Each of the numbers is expressed to nearest two significant figures. Write the upper and lower bounds. Now see here. First number is 4.2. I should write lower bound and upper bound. So here I should decide what should I subtract and what should I add to get lower and upper bound. How do we decide it? See. This is to the nearest two significant figures. That means you should get the idea that earlier there were three significant figures which was rounded off to 2. That idea, that thinking you should get. Earlier there were 3 which got reduced to 2. So now here it is 4.2. How can I make it into 3 significant figures? Just here it should be 5. So put 4.25. So this should be the upper bound. Now what should I add to this to get this means 0.05? Clear? Now whatever you are adding, you should subtract the same thing. So we get 4.15. So this is the lower bound and this is the upper bound. Clear? Understand carefully about the significant figures. Now next, 0.84. Again here it is two significant figures. Earlier there were 3. So to make it 3, here it has to be 5. So the upper bound is 0.845. Now what should I add such that this gets converted to this is 0.005. Okay. When I am adding 0.005, subtract also the same thing. So I get 0. If I subtract, I get 835. So this is the lower bound and this is the upper bound. Okay, next. Now, here also two significant figures. I have to make it 3. That could only happen if I have a 5 here. So to get a 5 here, I should add 5. Clear? When you are adding 5, subtract 5 also to get lower bound. So we get 415. Clear? For significant figures, not a specific number to add or subtract. Depending on the number, we decide what should we add or subtract. Next. Here it is 5000. To make this into 3 significant figures, here should be 5. So to get 5 here, 5000 to change 5050, I should add 50. When I am adding 50, I should also subtract 50. So when I subtract, I get 4950. So this is lower bound and this is upper bound. Okay, next. So this is also rounded to two significant figures. To get lower and upper bound, first we should make it into 3 significant figures. That could only happen if I have 5 over here. So 0.0455. So what should I add this to get this one is 0.0005. So whenever you are adding this, you should also subtract the same thing, 0.0005. So we get 0.0445. So this is the lower bound and this is the upper bound. Okay, next. 25,000. This is also to two significant figures. Now, earlier there were 3, it got reduced to 2. So now you should make it again back to 3. To make it back to 3, here the number should be 5. It should be in this way. Now what should I add to this such that this gets converted to this one is, I should add 500. Whenever I am adding 500, I should also subtract 500. So when I subtract 500, I get 24,500. So this is the lower bound and this is the upper bound. Are these examples clear on rounding to nearest significant figure? Okay.